Throughout history, God has transferred the wealth of nations into the hands of his people. And many believe through the Holy Spirit it could happen again. But there's a condition. In 2 Kings chapter 7, the Syrian army had everything: gold, silver, horses, supplies. They surrounded starving Samaria. But in one supernatural night, God made them flee. Verse 16 says the wealth of Syria was completely transferred to Israel. Overnight, the oppressed became prosperous. But this wasn't the first time. Abraham left Egypt rich after Pharaoh blessed him. Genesis 12. Isaac prospered during famine because God was with him. Genesis 26. Jacob received Laban's wealth. Genesis 31. Joseph went from slave to governor, managing Egypt's riches. Genesis 41. Israel left Egypt carrying Egyptian wealth after centuries of slavery. Exodus. Solomon's wisdom attracted riches from every nation. 1 Kings 10. See the pattern? Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives you power to gain wealth. Proverbs 13:22 declares the wealth of the sinner is stored for the righteous. Ecclesiastes 2:26 says riches accumulate for those who please God. But Proverbs 10:22 warns, the Lord's blessing brings wealth without painful toil. Here's the crucial part. Wealth itself means nothing. Jesus said store treasures in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy. Proverbs 23:4 warns, do not wear yourself out to get rich, because riches sprout wings and fly away like an eagle. Every man in these examples had one thing in common. Their hearts were on God, not money. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, Solomon. Great in faith, righteousness, and obedience. That's why they were qualified to receive. They wouldn't worship wealth above the Creator. Ask yourself, if God transferred wealth to you tomorrow, what would happen to your heart? Would you serve God or money? Many men and women of God believe through the Holy Spirit that a great wealth transfer could happen in these final days. But only faithful children will be ready to receive it. Why? Because faithfulness is the requirement. Matthew 6:33 says, seek first his kingdom, and all these things will be given to you. The question isn't just about receiving wealth. It's about being faithful enough to handle it. If you believe God could transfer wealth to his children, and you want to be part of it, comment, I want to be part of this. Follow, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to prepare for what could be coming.